Hey, good evening, everybody. Looks like we got one person in the channel so far. Good evening, good evening. Just getting everything going here. I've been in a trade here for a little over an hour or so. Hour and a bit, anyways, hour and a half almost. Entered here. First entry was there. Added on this pullback, here. Now we're in the profit pretty nicely here. Kind of watching this bearish fair value gap. If we can break above it, start making some new highs, I'll probably start covering some shares up in here. Until then, I mean, we're slightly up. We're up in the money at the moment, so let's see if we can get a little momentum here. Hey, Tim. Yeah, you know, I was just sleeping while this was playing out here, actually. I just finished taking a 30-minute nap before the session. Started streaming now Tuesday and Thursday nights. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, or something. I'm going to do a couple nights a week. Just to, you know, get some more exposure. We've been growing the channel pretty nicely in the evening sessions. So, yeah, it's been pretty good. So I got to put in the work, right? Hey, Dad. Good evening. How you doing? Currently in a long trade here. We got 4 contracts. We bought them in this bullish fair value gap, pushing up pretty nicely here. Just trying to be patient to see if we can't break and invert this fair value gap. So if you can see a nice 5-minute closure above 24,915, that would be pretty sweet. We'll see though. So we're going to be just waiting this out here. Hopefully we'll continue with this move higher here. Pretty much we're bullish out of the gate. Here was the opening candle. We've basically pushed up. We flagged a bit, pushed up, flagged, broke out, kind of started pulling back. Had some orders in this fair value gap here waiting. We pulled back into those orders, picked up those orders. Now we're heading up here. So kind of in that roadblock area. We took 24,900. So I'm looking for, you know, for a move up to this highs. We got some equal highs up here. So I'll probably start covering some contracts up in the 925 area to 930 area. If we can sort of invert this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. So I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. I'm doing very good. I just finished taking a little nap and I'm ready to go for this evening stream. I got some tea in the cup and I've been working on my YouTube AdSense. So basically now that I've got over 500 subscribers, I can apply to get monetized. So working on getting all that going here, so I can get super chats, super stickers, and super thanks going right now. So far, and I'm trying to turn on gifts on the live stream, but it's telling me that I need to get something verified, and doesn't seem to be working for me right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, but it says it should be able to get super chats and whatnot. Oh. Trying to be patient on this trade here. We got four micros here. We're going long. Oh, thanks, Dad. Could really use a closure here above 24,914 would be super sweet. I am Thao. Hello. Good evening. I'm in a long trade here. 4 micros. I got added in on this pullback here on this bullish fair value gap. and now we're in the money, just being patient, trying to get this inverted fair value gap here. We got equal highs up here, so I feel like this is going to be the draw on liquidity. So when we get up to this area, I'll probably start covering some of these contracts on the way up. And yeah, so pretty happy, guys. I finally hit that 500 subscriber. So I've done the application to get like super chats and like gifts or something. So I just finished setting that up right now in the chat. So we're gonna shoot for a goal today of getting a donation of $2 from one person, and whoever donates that $2 sort of is gonna get to pick a trade. So that's kind of what I thought I would do, is we can because it's just a first goal, I guess. It's kind of interesting. They set it up as like you can set a goal. So I said, why not? Let's try to get one super chat today and see what happens. And then whoever wins that can either pick a trade or pick someone to pick a trade. Oh my God, Q4 Pilot, you already donated $2, bro? I didn't even finish setting this up yet. What the heck? Oh my God. I was just about to start the goal right here. But oh my God, thank you so much. This is my very first super chat. Guys, thank you so much, Q4 Pilot. Wow, appreciate that. Thank you. It feels very weird getting a tip on stream. That's too bad that I started it after though. So since I already said that I was gonna do that, did you want to pick a trade, or did you want to maybe pick somebody out of the chat to pick a trade? I got this 150K combine here. There's a couple rules behind it. We don't want to blow the account, so we'll keep the size down, and just kind of like have a reasonable target. You know, like we're not gonna. Okay, nice. Yeah. So if you want to just kind of like tell me an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit, and I'll try to make that happen on this account here, this 150K trading combine. We'll be doing it on whatever contract you want, preferably NQ, MNQ, because gold can be pretty nasty. But yeah. But thank you so much for that donation. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. First ever super chat. And I'm still in this long here, guys, in my my top one futures funded account. 4 contracts, bought them all in this bullish fair value gap, and now we just gotta hopefully get over this. You know, this would be what Tuesday's VWAP, and then this bearish fair value gap. So what we really need is a nice candle, 5-minute candle closure above 24,913. That'd be beautiful. So yeah, Q4, let me know if you want to come up with a plan here for a trade, and I'll plug it in on this chart over here. Candle dealer, good evening. What's up? I'm pretty stoked. Got my first super chat today. We just finally hit 500 subscribers not long ago. And then now Q4 Pilot has been so nice and donated $2 already to the channel within like 5 minutes of it being active. You'll wait for a pullback? you want to just like tell me a price that you're thinking? Or you want to, I mean, we can just be patient too, like whenever you feel like it might be a good idea to do it. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to just like get the orders in, then we can kind of figure out a stop and sort of like take it from there. I just thought it'd be a fun way to get some interaction and show some appreciation for the super chat. I wish I activated that ahead of time though. Well, I hope we don't pull back too far, because I'm in this trade right now. I should probably start taking some profits here maybe. We're up 175 here, but I feel like we're going to be heading for these. You know, we do have this bearish fair value gap above here on the 5 over here. So I should probably be careful and probably start taking some profits around 920 area. So I'll put one, sell one limit there. Maybe we'll take off 2 in this area. And then we'll take one, try to take one off at the high, and we'll leave a runner. Maybe for sort of up to these highs, 950. So we'll front run that by a bit. So we'll put that one, there we go. Something like that for now. Hopefully we can get there. All the orders are set. So you're in short at 902. So I'm in drawdown, TP 901. You're only looking for 1 point on the TP? Oh, 891. Yeah, there we go. I was like, what? That's right at value area high. Previous day's value area high there. Well, we rejected pretty hard off of that. That's I think, like I said, I think it's Wednesday's VWAP. This is Thursday. Yeah, that would be Wednesday's VWAP there. That the blue line. Now, if we do get these orders hit up at 918, 920 area, I'm going to bring stops to break even, slightly in the money anyways. Hopefully we don't just head straight back down with this. There's always a chance, because this could just be a lower high. In fact, maybe I should just take one off here. I think I'm just going to take one off here. If we get, let's be patient actually. Let's be patient. Going long 894 if we get there. Yeah, we do have a bullish fair value gap in that area. I am considering taking one off here just to lock in a little bit and reduce my downside risk. Since we are pulling back a bit, I would like to lock some in here. After it sweeps, it will. Thinking about taking it off here. Keeps playing with me though. This candle needs to turn green here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take one off here. Hopefully it'll bounce up here and take that one order off. But hate for it to roll all the way back over on me and then have no profits to counter the downside. There we go. We got that one off. So we're gonna get rid of one of these stop orders down here. And of course, it's probably gonna turn around and rip, but that's okay. So crazy. Thank you, Q4 pilot. First super chat I've ever received. That's so crazy. You the man. If you're a man, sorry. I'm assuming. Hopefully I'm not assuming wrong. So Q4 pilot's got the, okay, go long 2 micros, NQ 50 tick, TP 50 tick stop. 50 ticks, so that's divided by 4. That's like what? $12.5 points. 12-point stop, and you want me to go long here? And then 12-point stop. That's not that far, but that should be okay. So we're at 97. So 87, 86, 85, basically. Stop sell 2. Right? Yeah. And then you said a 50 tick TP, which would be, let's say, 99, 89, 88, 87. So this should actually be at like 87. And then, well, 12 points from there. Hopefully we didn't miss this chance here to get this in. We can adjust this. We'll try to get this trade in here. So 99, so 09, 10, 11, 12. Limits sell 2. But hopefully that doesn't just rip up there here. I was a little slow on getting that entry. Come on, pull back down a little bit. Right to this 900 level. We'll try to get these orders in, and then we'll adjust the trade from there. Geez, if it just rips right up there, I'm gonna be so sad that I didn't just put this order in here. But just give it a sec here. Looks like it might come down here. We do have orders above here on NQ up at 930, 920, 930, 950. And then way up at 25,000 too, I think I saw there. Yeah, a bunch at 25,000. So, I mean, the book map is saying we should continue higher here. Hopefully, might get a little bit of a playing around here in this price area. We got to pay attention to the time here too, because if we don't get in a good entry before the hourly candle, that could be annoying. So let's see here though. It looks like we might be getting that pullback right now. Oh, almost tapped that one. Come on, get it. Get it. Hey, Sinister Scalper, what's up? So what we got going on here on this screen here is my 150K trading combine with Project or Top Step X or Top Step. And Q4 Pilot there, he gave me my first super chat at $2. So he picked this trade. So we put the trade in here. We're trying to get the pullback there, and it freaking missed that order by a tick, basically. Still might pull down here and get it. Let's bring this guy up a little higher here. So what would our average price would be? 99, 50, 80, 950, 87. Yeah, 87 is pretty good, about roughly there. So what we can do is we could also just, there we go. We got one contract in. We're going to get that other one right here. Yeah, we got that other contract in. And we're instantly in the money in this trade. So 12.5 to 14.25 on the TP. Let's just do the 1-to-1 here. We'll do 12.50. We'll put this guy right there, right to sweep the highs there, and then stop down at the lows here. Let's see if we can't get this to work. Then Q4 Pilot's going to be the master. Lone Wolf Blue or silver something. Silver. I know silver something. Good evening. Good evening. And Blackout News is now long. Okay. Nice. So we just got entered into this trade, and I'm already in this trade. I've been in this one for a while, guys. I bought 4 contracts here on the pullback into this bullish fair value gap. I closed one contract here just because we were pulling back, and I wanted to lock in something in case we end up getting all the way back to my entry. Rather take a little bit of risk off and capture a little bit of profit here. So how much did I get there? It's $25 on that one contract. So Namit, what's up? Good evening, Market Butcher, and everyone. Good evening. Might go up to 907, so it might work out. Yeah, I mean, if it stops us out, it stops us out. No big deal. I like the trade idea. It's not too much risk, and there's a good chance that we might just be pulling back to this area before we get a bounce. Let's take a look at the 3-minute here. You can see if there's any that we kind of, no, not really. I was gonna say we do have a fair value gap there, but we don't. This was actually a bearish one that got inverted, so that's a good sign. You know, we got this guy. We got this inverted fair value gap right here, kind of protecting us. Uh-oh, it's taking a dive, guys. Well, it is what it is. If it ends up stopping. Oh, there we go. Silver Surfer. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. So we're looking at like about a $50-ish loss if this ends up pulling back here. No big deal. And no pressure on you, Q4. Like, I appreciate the chat regardless, right? So this is all just for fun. If it doesn't work out, no worries, bro. I appreciate the chat and putting in the trade. And it seems like a good trade to me. So wow, 891 TP hit, but I closed it a while ago. Oh, gotcha. Silver has been slow tonight. Haven't bothered trading the silver there. So currently this inverted fair value gap looks like the buyers are trying to protect this. So this was a bearish one. We ended up, it took a couple trades, but this couple candles, but this ended up inverting it on this breakout here. So let's see if they're going to defend this here. I am kind of almost thinking that maybe I should take another contract off here on this trade. Currently only up $70, so we're like total of around $100 right now if I were to close it right this minute. But I feel like we're still gonna be heading up to these highs at some point, so this is just a kind of a normal pullback here. The only thing is we rejected here, or found resistance in that bearish fair value gap right on the Wednesday's VWAP. So big red candle on the 5-minute chart for silver. Whoa, holy crap, no kidding, eh? Wow, that's nasty. What did they do that for? Silver's been slow tonight. Big red candle just now. Yes, I think it'll go back up. Are you talking about NQ candle dealer? Yeah, that's a pretty nasty move on silver there, guys. Holy, somebody got hurt. All the way down to the 200 EMA. Found support also in a bullish fair value gap on the 5-minute chart. The very bottom of that was $77 and 0.250. So I got so many trades going on here. I got two trades here going on. We got to manage them both here. This guy's down a little bit, but not too much to be worried about. I still have faith in Q4's trade idea here. I think it sounded like a good trade. So we're gonna stay confident on this one. Hopefully we just can hold this inverted fair value gap and kind of the line in the sand and make it move higher. That was a 1.0 dump. Oh, that's a big one, hey? All the way from where you had a high of 78,505 down to 77,240. Whoa. 25K per contract. If you're in one full large contract, yeah, that's savage, hey? Damn. Well, Q4, bro. Sorry, dude. This looking like it's gonna stop us here. We still got a chance here. 8 seconds. Are they gonna get it back up here above this 893? You never know. They might even close it down here and then just rip the next candle straight back up. Kind of feel like I should almost give it a little bit more room here. We're gonna break the rules a little bit. We'll just pull it down a couple more ticks. Give it a little bit of breathing room. Let's just bounce here, guys. See, that's what I didn't want to happen. If it just puts in one of these little like wicks and then decides to go back up, right? That's how we'd get stopped out. So if this starts green again, I'll probably just move this back up to the 12.5. But look at that, it would have almost touched it right there. So let's see if we can get at least back into this fair value gap. They might just turn around and rip this thing right back up. We're at the 15-minute candle. And we're at the overnight view up here on NQ also. So that's pretty key. Let's put an anchored view up on here just so we can see what's going on. Where's this candle? And we'll make this guy red because I usually make my overnight VWAPs red. I start a day VWAP. Yeah, I hope it bounces here. That'd be sweet. But this is trading, right? If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know. I'll be watching this fair value gap for this trade. Now, if we end up inverting this fair value gap, like if we get a closure down below 878, that'll be my signal to try to get out. I might try to get a bounce back into the fair value gap for the exit, but we'll have to see. This might have been a good chance for an entry. We did dip in bullish fair value gap and then bounce. So like I was saying, I do like this trade. I guess in hindsight, we could have been a little more patient, maybe look for an entry down at 891 with a 12-point stop. But this can still work. This can still work. We just need to make a nice strong candle, move back up here towards these 897s, maybe get back above 900 would be nice. Yeah, so thanks again for anyone who just showed up. Q Pilot here, he, she, I'm not sure if it was a dude, but I'm assuming it's a dude. Q4 Pilot put in a super chat. It's my very first super chat on the stream, as you can see right there. So I said he can pick a trade to play it to do. And so this is a trade that we got right now, thanks to Q4 on my 150K top step combine here. Kept the size nice and small, stops pretty tight, so I like the trade. I was willing to do it for sure. So we took 2 contracts here on this pullback into the 900s, and then 12 and a half point, which I gave it a couple more discretionary, and we got a 12 and a half point TP up there. Let's see if we can get a bit of a boner candle here, just like boom, back up, cross 900s again, and then we'll be heading up higher. We do have orders up at 24,925. So you're joined in right now. Hey Zach, good evening. How you doing, buddy? You're long 893. Nice. Come on, 900. Don't be a roadblock here. We need these buyers to step in here and put on the gas. Get right through these 900s real quick here. I'm gonna watch this trade here. We might put a stop in here, just to like, or maybe I should actually use a TP. Might take one more off as we're bouncing back up here. Where did I close this one? Right at this guy here. Let's go, boner. You're long 895. All right, nice. Nice engulfing candle there, guys. So this is pretty promising. I mean, obviously, there's never a guarantee, as we know, but B flew, you're long 893. Look, everyone's getting long 893, 895 area on this nice recovery here off the bounce of the overnight VWAP. We also held value area high. In some price discovery here, looking to go to these equal highs here is kind of my first target. I do have another TP above that just to see, because we have, I think we had another fair value gap up there. So I front run the one fair value gap here. The other one, we should probably set it in like 50% here. So let's mark this guy right to there. So 928 for that one. And then we'll leave this guy up here somewhere in this area, 943. So far, no real reason to be getting out of these trades. We're back up $7 in this trade here. So Q4 might be donating $2 and making me $50 in a trade here. that would be so amazing from the trading gods if they could like let this work out. We did kind of gap up there, hey, on the candle closure. We closed down at 899 and then reopened above 900. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if that was a glitch or something, but you're trading the 5-second gaps, upper gap 907 and down gap at 892, so it'll be starting soon around 907. Okay, nice. Well, this VWAP is the line in the sand. Let's see. We did have some nice increasing volume on those 2 green candles, so that's a plus there. We had, you know, the selling slowed, and then we had 2 nice green candles there. This is pretty low volume so far because this is a 3-minute candle, so we'll have to see if the buyers step in here and bounce it back up. Maybe we'll get some more volume on that candle. Trying to stay positive here. Should have took one more off there, like I was saying, at the 900s with this with this other trade here. I've been in this trade for quite a while now already. 18:15, so that is 6:15 p.m. my time, so 9:15 East Coast was my first entry. We added there and we added there on these 3 pullbacks here into this bullish fair value gap. So welcome to the stream, anybody who is new. We have 25 people in YouTube, and we do have 1 person in Nick's YouTube, and nobody in X. For some reason, I think there's been some issues sending live streams to X because we don't seem to be getting any viewers lately on X. Whereas typically in the past, we'd have, like, you know, 3, 5, maybe 10 viewers on X. So yeah, I don't see it posting on X right now. It's not live on on Nick's channel. See, is it live on my channel? Nope. Yeah, so for some reason it's not getting uploaded to X right now. Not sure why. It's all good though. I got so many windows open here. Trying to minimize some of this stuff. So silver found that support and it's just been kind of holding up down at those lows though. Uh-oh, guys. Starting to sweep down here a bit more. This trade sucks. I'm going to short gold. Yeah, it's going to be a slow one. If this does play out, it's going to take a bit of time here, bros. So kind of rolling over here. Let's see though. Let's see if that overnight VWAP's going to hold, right? Feeling like I wish I did take one of those off there, just to reduce a little bit of risk on this guy. But we'll see. This might just, they might just play around here. We got the value area high and the overnight VWAP plus this fair value gap below. Max 5 MGC sucks. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all good. No worries. Q4. It happens. It might still survive. We'll see here. This could be like, this could be a sort of a bottom here. Kind of making a bit of a channel here. Hopefully we just hold this and then head back to the top of the channel, which might end up working out for the TP up there. I won't be a dick for a tick, so if we do get pretty close to this, I'll probably get aggressive on putting a stop up there. But actually, what I'm going to do is just do this here and close this and put the TP up there. I forgot that I'm not on trade of 8 here, so we're basically risking $61 there on this trade. I did bring it down a little bit more. Original stop was there about $51, so I just added $10 more potential risk onto that, just to give it a little more breathing room here if it decides to do one of those like little candle wicks down and up. Max 5 MGC on top step sucks. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely limited it. Hey, I kind of almost want to add to this guy here. But then that's not really the trade that we planned. So let's just let this trade play out. If I were to add here $8.91, we'd bring our average price to $8.95, which is right in the middle of this inverted fair value gap, which I think we've now inverted it twice. So I'll leave it here off to the side just so it's kind of a reminder that we did have that earlier. And it seems like we don't have any fair value gaps yet. So we're kind of just in this chop zone. And there's a good chance we're going to hold this. Like I said, we have previous day VWAP, or started day VWAP plus a value area high there. But we are coming back into it here. So we'll have to see how this plays out, because if this, gets a nice closure down below value area high, there is a good chance we're going to go towards the point of control, right? So, although we have already engaged the point of control, so that's a good thing. And we're above value area high, so let's see if we can't get a little more momentum to the upside, boys. Still alive here in this one, slightly. Need to get back up above these the 9 and 21 EMA. You're long at 890, shooting for 900. Well, let's pray for us. Let's pray for us all. Not financial advice, right? Just I hope you guys are, coming to these conclusions on your own. Not too much pressure on the YouTube streamer. Erkan, what's up, bro? Uh-oh, did we just get stopped out? Looks like we're getting stopped out here, guys. Oh, look at that. Is it gonna save us? The buyer's gonna save us here? We just got that hourly candle. This is kind of why we're getting this big move here. That's what I was saying earlier, is like we got to be careful about this next hourly candle, because we could get a little bit of volatility. Hopefully it turns into a bullish volatility though. Erkan, you'll be live on PFM tomorrow? Nice, bro. I'll definitely tune in and say what's up to you guys. I think you're live with what's her? There's a girl in the chat also, right? Can't think of her name right now. Maybe refresh my memory. Damn. Abby, yes, thank you. Yeah, so that would be interesting. She's like, the only one that I'll stream with is Erkan, nobody else. We barely survived that pullback on that 8 p.m. candle there, guys. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Come on, don't do it. Come on, buyers. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah. Oh, this has been a long, guys. Got in this at like 6 or 9:50, or 9:15 p.m. East Coast time, and here we are. We only took one contract off there. Probably should have covered some more, but we're still okay currently. We'll see how this plays out. And this guy is just barely alive. So, Erkan, you're fading me? Oh, damn, that sucks. So what happened here is I got my first super chat in YouTube from Q4 Pilot, and then what I did is I allowed him to pick a trade. So this is the trade that he picked. Basically entered right around the 900 level, and then we put our stop 12.5 points. I moved it down a couple more points just to give it a little more breathing room, because I thought with the VWAP here we might end up getting some wicks, kind of like we did. We just narrowly avoided the stop there, and then with a 12.5 point TP on the way up. So let's see if this plays out, guys. Look, we're getting a pretty nice move here. Let's see if they can't get us back up above 900. If we get back up to 900 here, I'm probably going to take one more micro off, just to capture a little more profit and limit our downside in case it does continue rolling over, especially with Erkan fading me right now. I just, Erkan, this is a typical Zach thing, is I see these equal highs up here, right? So I'm just eyeballing those for liquidity. So we might end up, playing around here, but then I'm hoping that we're going to get something like this, right? Not too much hope, not the hope dope, but yeah, just trying to be patient for that. Covered one here just to reduce the risk a bit on the pullback after we rejected off the Wednesday's VWAP there. And so far this fair value gap has been holding, but we need a little momentum to the upside here, boys. I'm going to get rid of this inverted fair value gap there. 5-minute candle is okay. I like the indecision down here. Good little battle happened there, and it's looking like the buyers came out on top. We'll see though. Hopefully we can get a nice strong close here. We got 3 minutes left on this candle, and like I was saying, if we can get above 900, that's going to be looking good for both of these trades here. There we go. We're up at 900 here. I'm gonna take one off, guys. So we got 2 contracts left here now. Let's get rid of one of these stops. In again, 48.93. You're talking about gold, maybe, or 68.93, 893, or 24,893. Sorry, are you? I'm like, what are you trading here? Beef flu. You got to be 893 in this, right? Yeah, so I just took that one off there at the 900s just because, like I was saying, that's what I was talking about. Let's see if we can't get a push up here, guys. That'd be so good. Not only would Q4 donate $2, but he's going to get me a winning trade here of $50 also. And like I was saying, once we get up to this area, like if we get up here around 909, 910, I'll probably get a little aggressive with the stop loss just to guarantee that we, lock this in at somewhat of a winner. But getting a really nice bounce here, guys, on this long. Yeah, I don't see why we're not going to get up here. We do have that bearish fair value gap, though, like right here on the 5. And we have this overnight view up at 911, right? 24, 911, 914 is the top of the fair value gap. So if this all plays out, there's a good chance, there's a good chance we're gonna hit this TP, maybe even on this candle, guys. We got maybe I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. We got slapped back down there, pretty big chunk, 4 or 5 points. They're trying to hold that bearish fair value gap up there. 907 filled, so I'm short now. Uh-oh. That was you shortening that thing? Damn, bro. I saw it. Okay, let's go. Oh, Jesus. You telling me no? There we go. Look at that, boys. Oh, beautiful trade. Q4. What up, bro? That's so good. Thank you, bro. Nice trade, bro. Everybody calm down. Sorry, Zach. We're getting excited. I got my first super chat for $2, and then the guy who gave me the first super chat just helped me win a $50 trade. So thank you, Q4. You're the man. That's like the best way to get your very first super chat, I would say. So we're gonna have to do, a little celebration here. So interestingly enough, now I've had two people take trades in accounts for me. Like I got them to make trades for me and or to pick the trade. I'm doing the trade, but both of them have been winners. So the chat is 2-0 now for picking trades. Total luck. That came like about, what was it, like it came like about 3 ticks from stopping out on that 11 p.m. candle there. You're in at 906, you're going for 886? Don't tell me that. Fun times in the chat, guys, here. Fun times. I probably should have been taking a contract off on that bounce on this in this account or also. Yeah, it would have stopped out, right? The original would have stopped out, but I was just like, I just thought like if we might just wick it a bit more, right? So I like pulled it down like to 84, was it 84.50? I think it was. Yeah, 84.50 was a stop, and then it came down to 85.25. So 3 ticks away from getting stopped out. I used a little discretion there. Here we go, boys. Let's take that 911 here. You're trading the gaps? Gotcha. And yes, it could go up some more. We'll see. It's got to get we got to get a closure above 914 before I'd be that concerned, obviously, about you know, to the upside here. But like I was saying, we have these relatively equal highs here. We peaked them twice, so you know that there's some people short up here. So this could be a good place for them to get some liquidity. And if we look at the book, so this is like 930, 935. So we do have about 60 contracts right at 930. Looks like we got a little bit of algos here at 20 to 25 area. Okay, guys, you know what? I think I'm going to take this other contract off here. Let's just give it a sec here, see if we get a little bit of a bounce. I'm just going to hold this right in this area and let it go, depending on how this guy reacts here. Rejecting a little bit off that VWAP there again. See if we can't let's just take this here, boys. Let's take it. Okay, let's leave this here for a minute. Now that it's trying to take that view up here again, we have 37 seconds on this candle. Let's see if they can't just push it up. I don't see why not, guys. They can do a lot in 30 seconds here. We need a closure up above 14. Let's go. 23 seconds here. Okay, a little trouble there again on that overnight VWAP. Somebody's hitting the ask there, I guess, or hitting the bid, I guess I should say. Or no, it is an ask. So we didn't quite invert it there, but I am gonna bring one contract to stop up in here. So if we decide if it rejects here and pulls back, we'll take one more contract off here if it pulls back, and the other one we're just gonna stick slightly in the money here. So worst case scenario, we got a winning trade no matter what here on this contract. We don't have to worry about this one anymore. We're up 48.52 thanks to Q4 in the house. What up? There we go. We stopped that contract out there, guys, on that pullback. So we just have this one contract. We're just gonna let this guy go break even here, and then maybe it's just a little bit in profit here. Hopefully we don't pull back that far. I'm gonna take that one off, and we'll put this guy basically right at the highs here. That'll be our final target for this trade anyways. Just sort of scaling out here. What did I lock in so far? We locked in about $110 on that trade. So we got about 51 left floating right now. Let's see if we can't squeeze some more out of that. So we do have a goal up in the chat there, looking for our second ever super chat. It's a $2 super chat, and I basically said again, whoever does that gets to pick a trade, or pick somebody in the chat to pick a trade if they don't feel like picking a trade themselves. But no pressure. But I just thought, just trying out the new system since we just got monetized, sort of. The first stage of monetization after you hit 500 subscribers. When you get to 1,000, then you start getting monetized for ads also. Hey, there's Jay's in the house. What's up? How you doing, Jay? You can barely see the chart on my screen? Is it, Tony, is that have to do with your resolution on YouTube, or is it just you want me to zoom it in a bit more like this? We make it a little bigger. Is that better? Bro, have you noticed the market is so choppy to trade this week? Yeah, during the day, it's super choppy. So, but these evening sessions, I felt like they've been pretty good. I mean, we've been in some chop here since we, yeah, I guess so. We've kind of been in some chop here. And yes, they were definitely choppy in the session here. Am I on an iPhone? Am I on a phone? You mean for my camera? My camera is a Logitech HD 1080p. So it's not the best camera, but I should get a phone going. Yeah, it was brutally choppy today. I can't agree more. I put in I made 700 in this account here that I'm trading in this session today, but I also hit max daily loss on one of my other accounts. So it was a up and down day for me for sure. Oh, if you can see the screen if he's on a phone. Yeah, sometimes, if the resolution on YouTube isn't set to like pretty high, it could be, I can understand it'd be a little bit hard to see what's going on. Wonder if there's a better layout. Maybe I can make my picture smaller. Oh, whoa, not like that. Nope. Nope. That's kind of too small, and then I'm like underneath the QR code. Huh. Wonder if maybe I can edit this layout. Get a little more real estate for the, there we go. Get a little more real estate there for the actual chart. We can move this guy over now. There we go. Maybe that'll be a little easier. Get a little more real estate on the stream here. What are we doing here now, guys? Is this gonna be going lower here? I mean, we're just in Chop Central, so it seems that way. So we did lock in at least some profits here. That's why I was like, I wasn't really loving the price action. We can't seem to take that 900 level. So we kind of are just a little bit break even on this last contract. If it hits it, it's all good. So am I related to Nick? No, he's just my uncle. No, no, he's not. We're not related. We just met through ASFX, through like Randy and them. And then started trading together, and just been trading together almost every day now for, I don't know, 4 months, 4, 5, 6 months maybe. And I just like the guy. I just get along with him so well, and I think he likes, trading with me. We kind of like get along well, so it's perfect, to have somebody to sort of back you up and work with each other on the ideas and whatnot. And yeah. So if you don't know, guys, on Monday the 23rd, the Monday coming up here, we have Mike Christensen from Traders Post coming on the stream with us. So Mike Christensen is one of the co-founders of Traders Post, and what that is, it's kind of like a platform you can use to copy trade and also to make automated trades. So don't miss that. Monday morning, we'll be live on the 23rd with him. So we'll have some good questions for him about copy trading and the platform, and maybe some stuff about scaling and whatnot. So it'll be a nice little interview, a little bit of a change up to what we typically do on our streams. So that's all thanks to Nick right there. Actually, is he goes on Traders Post stream a couple times here and there, and he asked him if they wanted to come on our stream, and he said yes. So Monday the 23rd. So you'll have to check it out next Monday. Should have went heavier on this trade, hey? No, for mobile users, people literally stream on a separate live that's a mobile layout. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that that's an option. I should probably get that going also, just to get those other people. So, but yeah, if Tony, if you're on a phone, obviously that can, it might not fit very well. I don't know if that's the case, but. Yeah, I got to work on that. I tried to set it up so it was broadcasting to both before, but for some reason it wasn't working. I could actually play with that right now. So I had to do a separate vertical stream and run it at the same time. So, but I know that there's a way that you should be able to send it out to both off of the same stream now. So yeah. Well, we're still here, guys. Maybe we are gonna head to those, up to that, sweep that high up there. That'd be beautiful on this last contract. But no pressure on this one, right? We got our stop in, locked in profit, slight bit of profit, and we'll just let this thing play out. Hopefully it's gonna work out. So I covered one at 901, covered one there again at 901.75. This guy 908. You're out of here. It was fun. I enjoyed your vibe. Glad I found your channel. Hey, Q4 Pilot, thank you so much again for that super chat, $2. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Kind of a milestone. I won't forget. I'm going to actually post it in the Discord channel into the chat. So Q4 Pilot was the first super chat on the stream. I like to just record this into the Discord channel just so I can look back if I ever need to. But yeah, thanks so much for that super chat and the winning trade. This guy picks a winning trade. It's beautiful. So good. So $48.50 plus $2, so $50 donation from Q4 Pilot. No, pretty awesome. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're at 525 subscribers. We started at around 521 today, or 522. So thank you to anyone, those new people out there that have subscribed. Appreciate you guys. It's killer. It's killer. I just found you guys, and I like to follow West Coast streams, and I'm in the Okanagan. Nice, B-Flu. I love the Okanagan. I'm definitely going to be going there sometime this summer. My parents, actually, they live in Guildford, Surrey right now. I'm a real estate agent also, by the way, if you guys don't know. And I have their house for sale. They want to sell their house and move to the Okanagan. So it's going to suck that they're going to be so far away. But then it'll also give me a reason to go to the Okanagan more often. So I'm looking forward to that part. I love, all the lakes and the wine and the mountains and everything. It's so much fun over there, being in that like desert kind of area. So welcome to the stream, and thanks for subscribing if you did. Appreciate it. I do stream Monday to Friday for Market Open, and then now I've been doing Sunday evenings at the, like 6 p.m. East Coast time, just to get in on the new market when it just happens. Typically find a little bit more clean movement at that time, because it's like people are itching to get back into the trades, right? So you're down in Wenatchee, south of Lake Chelan. Nice. Wenatchee, that's in the States though, right? Isn't it? Okay, time for bed. 4-day weekend after tomorrow. Nice, nice, Tim. That sounds good. Yeah, it's Washington, hey? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you're not that far from me either then. You're in the similar time, hey? 8:30 p.m. south of the Okanagan. Nice. Oh, must be you must get some really good weather down there too then, hey? So we're still chopping. Are we gonna end up taking this out? That would just be the cream on the cherry on the top. Cream of the cake, cream of the pie. I don't know what I'm saying here, but if we can get back above those 900s again here and hold it, and then again, we need that 914. We need a closure above 914 here, guys. That'll be sort of the line in the sand there if we're going to actually make it to these highs. So we'll have to pay attention to that. Might end up dragging our last contract into some more profit up there if it does get back up there. Where did I create the logo for my YouTube channel? Like the little supermarket butcher cartoon logo, the little round one? Or are you talking about like the thumbnail? I think it was on ChatGPT, or it could have been Nano Bananas, but I'm pretty sure it was ChatGPT. You're talking about the cartoonish looking one that has like a little green vest. It's like MB, Market Butcher green vest with a blue and red Superman kind of looking shirt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ChatGPT. If that's the case. How long have I been streaming again? I've been streaming for 6 months. I think I started like September last year. So September, October, November, December, January, and now February. So about 6 months. 922 and we celebrate? Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I agree, Zach. I agree. Let's go, boys. It's within reach. The nice thing is that we, kind of made we held above this VWAP this time. Last times we kind of like got under it a bit and then popped. So we'll see what happens here. They're playing some games right now, trying to trick everybody, but we all know it's going up here. Not financial advice, but I'm just being trying to be positive. Gotta send praise to trading gods, which is also the real god. So currently having a little bit of trouble here on this bearish fair value gap though. As you can see right there. So again, the next line in the sand currently is at like, if we can we need a closure above 905. That would be pretty good for us to maybe head to these highs here at least, right? Sorry, but we all know it's going to 891. It might. I hate to be like, I'm not against you. I want you to win also. So I'm okay if it comes and stops me out. So I want the chat to win too, So let's see. It might wick down there, hit your order, and then go to my order. That would be ideal. Because my order is too far. So at least if I end up getting stopped out on a pullback, I'll feel good about some of the people in the chat getting a winning trade. Okay, it does show that I'm live on Nick's X, but it shows no views. Oh, I got one view on my X. Okay, so it's working. It's just the algorithm's not loving it, obviously. All right, learn how to set up some bracket orders and motive wave. It's pretty powerful. All the things you can do. Nice, you're learning too. Yeah, if I ever get a chance, I definitely want to try motive wave. I like the way that the charts look and everything. It's pretty cool. So this was what Lone Wolf there showed us before. So this is what the chart looks like on motive wave. It's got these little like sort of like gas gauges or momentum gauges, and it shows you ticks on each of the indices. I guess you can decide what you want to watch, so that's pretty sweet. And then it looks pretty nice, and I like how they have this kind of like this sort of layout. They got buy, sell market, buy, sell ask, buy, sell bid, flatten all, cancel all, break even, which I thought is pretty cool, and reverse. So some of these things are really missing out of Trade-Evate. So it would be nice if Trade-Evate stepped up their game and sort of added some of these features, but if I do get the chance to go on MotiveWave, I'll definitely check it out. How do you find the charting though? Like, how do you find the charting? Is the charting, like, is it similar to TradingView? Is it relatively easy to put, like, you know, trend lines and stuff like that? So, Zach, you passed 2 combines tonight from Top Step. Would you choose XFA standard or XFA consistency? Oh, that's a good question. Maybe some people in the chat can help out. I don't know the difference currently. So maybe if you want to let us know what the difference is, we can weigh in on that. I'm not really sure. So interesting. Hey guys, I went and clicked our views on X, and now we got some viewers in there. So 58 people in the YouTube channel right now watching currently, 61, sorry. 1 person in Nick's YouTube channel, and then we've got 4 people in X. So definitely congratulations on passing those evals though. It's a little more complicated. It's more of a professional platform that excels in Elliott wave stuff and other stuff. Okay, nice. I mean, I pretty much do all my charting on TradingView anyways, so the tools are called studies on here, not indicators. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I think I've seen that before also on a platform. Maybe it was Questrade or Interactive Brokers. I think one of those call it. So what's your trading style and how consistent are you? If you just like to make $200 bag every day, go consistent. If not, go standard. They're not that different. All right. So is it kind of like there's a higher consistency score in one of them, like a consistency rule in one of those accounts, but then maybe an easier profit target or something? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT real quick. Okay, so XFA standard is original payout path. You need at least 5 winning trading days. A winning day means a net profit of 150 on the day. Once the payout specifics is once eligible, you can request up to 50% of your account balance or up to 5,000 per payout, whichever is lower. There's no consistency target requirement. You just need to have 5 $150 days for the winning days. XFA consistency newer payout path is this option focused more on consistent balanced performance rather than just hitting a daily profit threshold. How to qualify: you need at least 3 trading days. Your trading performance must meet a 40% consistency. That means your largest single profitable day must be no more than 40% of your total net profit during that pay period. So instead of just winning $550 plus days, the consistency pass rewards making profits steadily across days without one big day skewing your results. You can request up to 50% of your balance, but the cap is higher. It's 6,000 per payout. Oh, interesting. I mean, 40% consistency is pretty good though, I feel like, you know, like it's not a bad consistency. So 3 days payout, 40% consistency, max 6K. Yeah, I kind of like that. But I know you, Zach, and you like to you sometimes hit those really big trades, right? So it kind of depends if you're gonna, like, depends on how you're gonna trade it. If you got 2 accounts, why don't you try one of each? Maybe you can't copy trade them. I don't know if you're copy trading, but that could always be an option. You could trade one more as like a keep the size down, go for smaller couple $100 winners, or you could go with the other one and just because I know you usually take some pretty big winning trades typically. So I guess it comes down to how you want to trade it, right? Oh damn! Did you get out on that pullback there? Who was that earlier? Candle dealer. Did you get out on that, or you missed that by a couple ticks? Yeah, I hope you weren't a dick for a tick. got 892, close enough. I'm out. Nice. There you go. There you go. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't want to be that guy that doesn't take the profits when it gets like a point away from your TP and then it goes back to break even. Like, that's just the worst, right? So nice job there. Hey, and if we end up bouncing here, maybe we're both gonna win again. That's a good thing about trading. If you manage it correctly, you can have winners in both directions. AG Trader, what's up? Good evening to you. I blow XFAs just like you and have had payouts. We are on such similar parts of the journey. I know, right? It's I'm at that point where I'm passing lots of like evaluations and then blowing some funded accounts here and there. So it's definitely I'm in this. Yeah, me and Zach are in a similar stage where make a couple errors, lose a couple accounts, but it happens, right? It's all part of the journey. So Zach, you passed 40 combines. Wow, nice. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a feat in itself right there. So it's just a matter of time till you start locking in more of those blown 40 XFAs. Damn. Yeah, it's not easy, right? The only thing I can say is try to slow down, right? When you do check out Motive Wave, you can do the 14-day free trial, and if you decide not to do any of their offers, then it just puts you in the free version when the trial ends. Oh, interesting. You got 8. Okay, you got 8K in payouts, so that's nice. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. So I don't know if any of the firms that I trade with can use Motive Wave. I'm going to ask ChatGPT right now. You use it with day traders, Lucid, and my personal account with AMP. Okay, using Rhythmic. Okay, it's a Rhythmic one. Gotcha. Yeah. So next time I pass, if I'm gonna pick up a couple more Lucid evals. Next time I pass one, I'll definitely get one of those because I would like to try it. And it would be good to have, more platforms that are like, because sometimes Project X used to go down all the time. Then now Trade Evate's been having some issues, So it would be nice to have like a third platform just in case, you know, we decide to use those. So that'd be good. Hey guys, I need to step away just for a minute. Ralph's in the living room right now, on the couch, and just because I was watching his couch bedding here for up in the bedroom here, so I'm gonna go pick him. I'm gonna go grab him and laundry and fix up his bed. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Love you guys. Be right back. Oh my god, I just came up here and I saw that we got a AVG blocking our screen here. Day traders discontinued their Project X and got Onyx, which looks like Project X, but it's rhythmic. So you can bounce back and forth between Onyx and Quantower or Motive Wave. Oh, nice. Okay. And Onyx is pretty fast too. Yeah. Thanks for the info. I just got a super chat. Look at that, guys. Aho, great streaming butcher. Thank you. Oh, look at that. We got some super chats, guys. Thank you so much. Wisdom with Auntie. Thank you, thank you. Good stuff. Rain of Sprite. Thank you, guys. Woo! Killing it with the super chats tonight. Thank you, thank you. So since we got the super chats, guys, Ralph had to come say hi on the stream. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, everybody? Say hi to Ralph. Ralph loves you guys. Thanks for all the support. Well, we're still alive in this trade here, guys. I would definitely send you a super chat, but it says I have to leave my credit card info. Sorry, I don't like to leave any credit card info on a website. Anyways, have a great night. Hey, no problem, candle dealer. No pressure. Thank you so much for the thought, regardless. And yeah, you have a good night too. I'm glad that trade worked out for you. I just gotta make Ralph dinner here, guys. So I'm gonna be back again here in a second. Let's see. Hopefully this trade's gonna continue playing out in our favor here. Been pretty choppy going sideways, but like I was saying, we have these equal highs up here. That's kind of my final target here. Either we're gonna get stopped slightly in the money. We're right at this 200 EMA. That's a little gray line here. So if we end up getting a pullback down to there, we'll just stop out break even. There'll be a winning trade no matter what. But first line in the sand, like I was saying, we need a closure above 904, then 914, and then if we can get up to 914, I'm sure we'll be heading towards these highs to sweep these highs at some point. We're gonna have to be patient here though. So I'll be right back in a minute, guys. Have a good night, candle dealer, and yeah, I'll be back in a minute here, and we'll feed Ralph real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. We got food for Ralph, and looks like the trade's playing out. Woo! All right, guys, just finished feeding Ralph. I'll be back in a sec here. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Gold longs are playing. Gold's yeah, it's looking pretty nice bounce there on those last three candles there. With the gauges, I have the left ones are full contracts, NQES. The right ones are micros for the market. Nice. That's sweet. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool little feature. It's I mean, I haven't seen that before on any of these platforms. So looking like, so we did get that inversion, right? We inverted that bearish fair value gap there, which was right here on the 5 minute. So we can change this guy to yellow. And you even had a chance to, no, I was gonna say you could add a chance to add in here, but this was a candle that inverted it. So we haven't really dipped that deep into this guy. But nicely holding this trade still here. This last contract's up $60. I think I should start being a little bit more aggressive on my stop here. So what we'll do is kind of trail it up to 900 now. So if this does decide to turn around on us, we're going to at least get 881 to 900. So about 19 points. So roughly $40. Still think we're going to, I still think we're going to get up to there. We'll see how this price action plays. I might bring this down a little bit below, actually. Let's go a little bit, couple points below 900, just to give it a little more wiggle room. 881 to 896. Don't want to choke it out just yet, because like I was saying, I think there's a good chance we're going to head up to 931 here at the end. So just got some dinner here. Oh, we got rice, pork, and you can't see the veggies because they're underneath there, but got a bunch of veggies down there too. So my apologies. Going to be eating on stream again. This is my life. Oh, damn, that's good. So thank you to all three of the people who did the super chats. I appreciate that, guys. You guys are awesome. But also, let's see how many subscribers we got here. 531 subscribers, guys. Nice. So we put on a few subscribers today too. I think we were at 521. So we put on 10 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Anyone who has new, you want to see the food? Here, I'll try to make it so you can see what's underneath. So we got pork there, white rice, and then there's a bunch of veggies down in the bottom here. Broccoli and I think like some bok choy and some mushrooms. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, look, it tastes good too. But everything tastes good when you're hungry, right? So do we want to add here? This is the question. How convinced am I? Is this microwavable food? No. The pork was done in a roast, like a slow roasting crock pot kind of thing. The veggies were in a pan, and then rice in a rice cooker. I'm trying to consider here if I want to add in here, guys. I mean, it is a free trade at this point. Let's just target this bullish fair value gap. If we get a pullback into here, we'll take this. We'll take a contract here. We'll add one contract here. Come on, just give us a little whoop, whoop. Now, if this does go down and stop us out, we might make a little less profit on this last contract, but I think it's worth the risk here. Five-minute gold, big volume spike, 2240 dip buying big time. Let me see, 2240. $22.40. Okay, 20. Is that 22.40? Oh, 19.40. Okay, yeah. So 19.40 for me. I see that. Pulled back hard, big wick on the bottom side, held the point of control, and then started going higher from there. Hey. Damn, we missed that order by what? 2 ticks, something? Order's at 904.75, and this candle got to a low of 905.25. So by 2 ticks there. We might get it here. Might get it here. Let's zoom in a little bit. But we are in this inverted fair value gap too, so they might end up trying to hold it sort of at the middle here, middle of this gap, and then go higher. Well, let's see though. We did make a new high there, which is good, and we got the closure to invert this guy. So I'm still bullish. We got above the overnight view up. We've been holding it. We popped up. We finally inverted this bearish fair value gap from there. We inverted one also lower. So I don't see why we're not going to continue higher here. But you're locking out one of the new XFAs, no trades until next week. Okay, yeah, smart. I mean, preserve that guy. It is Friday tomorrow, right? Yeah, Friday tomorrow. So Fridays can be nasty. Let's hope we got a decent day tomorrow because we've had a couple chop days, right? Or was it today was definitely choppy. Yesterday was okay. Or the day before yesterday was okay. No, yesterday. Kind of a nice climb. Hit the top of the trend line. Pulled back all the way back down to, I forget what it was, point of control or value area low from that previous session there. Oh, I got the order added there, guys. So that order did get filled there. I'm gonna have to add another stop here to make sure that we don't give back any extra. There we go. We got 2 orders there now. Stop. I'm gonna actually move them up just a little bit more so that we can just protect the position a little bit. So it's a free add-in, guys, at this point. No matter what, still in the money. Just like this, I like what's happening here. I'm okay with this pullback. We don't have any information saying that this move is over, like that we're gonna head lower. We might end up pulling back and stopping me out. That's always a possibility. So I'll keep an eye on this. I could always squeeze this down a little bit more, give us a little more space on the stops, but so far it's looking pretty good. Travel with Leo? Yes, I do trade the New York Open Monday to Friday. I'm live Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. East Coast, with a guy named Nick. He's a Mustang trader. You might have seen his stream live also right now. We send out the stream to both of our channels, even if he's not on the stream. He usually doesn't stream at nighttime with me. So, do I ever trade with live capital? I was at the start of 2024. I was trading live capital, and then I kind of decided to just, like, the capital I had in there, I invested into some, like, I bought some Bitcoin derivatives with that money. So it's in some drawdown right now. I'm not gonna lie, but since then I've kind of started trading prop firms. So I'm definitely planning to get those going again. Look at this, guys. This is beautiful. So we just doubled our profit there on that. Are we gonna sweep these highs, guys? Let's see. I kind of almost want to close it here, but I feel like there's still a lot of room up here. So this ad worked out really nice here. I bought I bought what's it called? MSTR. Unfortunately. I bought it at like 360. It went to like 450 or something, and now it's like 150 or something. What is it? 129. So I'm in quite a bit of drawdown in that guy, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I was like, when it went to 450, I'm like, this thing's going to the moon. Yeah, MSTR. You know, it's that Michael Saylor's stock. So, oh yeah, we got to add another contract here, don't we? We're gonna get out. Let's see, guys. I am half tempted to take one off here, guys. Whew, I don't know. We're currently up about 225 if I were to close the trade right now from these earlier contracts. I think I'm gonna try to take one here, guys. Let's just get one off. There we go. We took that one off, so we'll get this stop out of the way. And now we're gonna go break even on this guy and see if we can't get the rest of the move up to there. So beautiful trade tonight so far. Locked in 190 or so, almost 200 on this account with those 4 micros from down here. But you know, I'm not going to regret selling that if it gets up here. I don't care, right? So, Zach Huddle. Do you ever trade Bitcoin futures? No, I haven't traded it yet. I've been thinking about it. So, yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I haven't really got around to that part. I know that some of them, so it might be a good idea that we took that profit there. I might, you know what? I'm gonna put it up to this VWAP here because that was kind of the line in the sand previously. So we'll guarantee that we at least make a little bit of bucks on that last contract, right? I hope we will break those highs. Yeah, Zach. I'm just gonna protect this position. I don't want to give anything back. It'll probably lock it in around, you know, around 200 bucks. So what is this? 906 to 11. If we go to 12, that's 6. So that's 12. Another $12. Yeah, so it'll be right around 200 bucks if we get stopped out here. If we get that TP up here, we're gonna lock in, you know, whatever. What is this? 906 to 31. So 24, 25. So another 50 bucks. And looking like we might get there. Looking like it. You're adding, eh? Nice. Love it when a plan comes together. Sorry, I'm always eating on stream. Yeah, the whole thing is, guys, I saw these equal highs here. That's what really gave me the feeling that we can go for this level. In fact, I could almost just give it more room and then take a stop, drag a stop up there and see which we can do that. What indicator is populating the red and blue arrows? Oh, that's my trades. So that's on TradingView, like, because, you know, I'm trading, I use Tradeovate to execute, right? So as you can see, these are all my entries here. So I use that to execute. But then when the trade activates through Tradeovate, it just shows it like this. So if you click on it, it'll show what you sold, right? So one at 24,922.25 kind of idea. So, and then you can see where I added there 24,906.50. So it's just showing where I bought and sold. So these blue ones are all buys, right? So I bought 2 at this area. I bought 1 here. I bought 1 here. Ended selling 1 there. Sold 1 there. Sold 1 here. Added back 1 in here. Sold 1 there. And we're currently holding the last runner. So 956 settlement. Well, we'd have room up all the way to this trend line. But the reason I was being a little more aggressive on my TP up here is because we have this fair value gap from the New York session there. So I think originally I was looking at selling my last contract in this fair value gap, sort of at this level, which is a little too close right now. But I'd hate to be a dick for a tick, right? I'd hate to be a dick for a tick. Yeah, so let's go with that. 929. This guy right here, or are you talking about the book map? Are you talking about the one that's this blue and yellow stuff on the left? If it's that, then this is a visible range volume profile. So if you go in your indicators there, indicators, visible, and then their visible range volume profile. And that kind of gives you the volume levels currently, right? The ticks per minute dropped from 600s down to 50s. So the price is slowing down, I guess. Hey, you're welcome, Jay Marshall. $9.30 or $12.30. Looks like they're gonna pop it right here, guys. Let's see. 30 seconds left on this candle. All they gotta do is make a slightly higher high here. They'll take me out of the trade. I mean, I could just let this run though, right? At this point. Maybe just let this run. ES already made Asia session highs. Oh yeah, I see that. So we have a bullish divergence currently between NQ and ES. just going to lock in a bit more here. I'm going to give it a little more space to the highs here on the TP, and then we'll just try to trail it up as on the 2-minute chart here. I want to wait for us to sort of break out of this flag. If we do, then we'll start trailing sort of to the bottom of these candles. We would have hit the TP where I just moved it from right there, but it's not really showing like it wants to slow down right now. So I don't see any real reason to be, you know, taking the profit there. But if we do get a bit of a drastic move and then wick straight down, I'll probably just trail it down to the bottom of that candle and try to get out. Hopefully we just bounce here. Yeah, I'm going to bring my stop to the bottom of that candle here. And let's give it, let me see here. What do we got for orders? We got orders at 40. Let's go up to 39 here with this. 38.75. Because they're probably going to want to sweep this, right? Might be able to squeeze a few more points out of this. 2 seconds on this candle here. There we go, boys. Look at that. Beautiful. Heck yeah. W's in the chat. 2 more combines passed. There you go, Zach. Nice job, bro. And let's see, what did I do? 255 in that trade. It took a while. But we got it. When it was this entry was at 9:15 p.m. East Coast. And look at that. Hit that TP up there. Beautiful, beautiful. Saw those orders up at 9:40. Figured I better give it a little more space. Worked out just right. Patience is the name of the game. Hey, boys. Welcome to the stream, anybody that might be here new. We got 74 people watching currently. We have 66 in my YouTube, 1 in Nick's YouTube, and then about 7 people in X. So I think I'm gonna have to start going to X and clicking the live buttons to start getting the viewers to see that, because for whatever reason it's we weren't getting any viewers on there at all until I went in there and did that. And it's StreamYard has been saying that there's kind of an issue with sending your live to YouTube. So hey, we're at 535 subscribers today too. So are we short from here? Very strong resistance. Yeah, I mean that's the kind of wick that we want if we're gonna. I mean, I would personally probably wait for an inversion of another fair value gap here before I would turn around, because there's still room to the upside, right? Like with this momentum, with this kind of like accumulation, you know, there's room up to these highs over here, and then we have this trend line which has been respected lots of times in the past, as you can see. So I mean, I wouldn't just jump in short personally right here. I would be a little more patient for it to at least kind of get up to this like 960, 950, 960 area, and look for a reaction, or wait for an inversion, right? Wait for a fair value gap to get inverted here. Kind of wishing I didn't sell it now. We've already pushed up 4 more points since then, but I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. That was a good trade overall. Happy with it. I pretty much was like almost never in drawdown in this. Maybe in this last ad, because I set up 3 orders here. So maybe in the last ad there is when when that happens. So yeah, so hopefully nobody got suckered into shorting that wick, because that was just profit takers, right? A lot of other people are probably looking at this level as being, the area to take profit, because we had those equal highs, and once they swept it, they're going to take some profit. Now, whether or not we're going to turn around and go back down, it's too hard to say. At this moment, we're too bullish, right? Like, look at the volume on these last couple candles. This could be, the start of the rollover, but it'll probably play around in here before it actually makes a move, right? We do have some lows down here, and then, the point of control below. And then, but we, like I was saying, we also still have room up to this trend line, right? And, sometimes it'll even pop out the top. Sometimes it'll even pop the top like that. So originally, guys, I took a long here originally, right in here, and then I didn't really like it. After I entered it, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I don't like this. So I basically sold this one for break even, this first trade. That was at 5:18 or 8:18 p.m. And I didn't really like it because I had some orders already set down here for an entry. And I was like thinking, well, if I'm thinking I want to buy down here, why am I buying it up here? Like, I should just be patient for the pullback. So I sold this one break even, and then I waited for a pullback. I had a contract here and some contracts lower, like one there and then some down here. Only one of them got picked up in this move. So I ended up closing this one here. I closed it a little earlier. We did pop all the way up to there. So I could have closed it a little bit higher, but I just figured I'd take the profit. I think that was about a $20 winner on one contract, because one of my fours got picked up. Then I reset all my orders down in this bullish fair value gap. I had 4 of them down there, waited for this big pullback, got entered 3 of them right in there, bounced, came back down, added the 4th there, kind of came up here. As we were rolling over here, I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a little risk off, back into the fair value gap, took a little more risk off there, took a little more off there in case we decided to, like, chop for the rest of the day. And we didn't. So we eventually played around here, inverted this fair value gap, which was originally a bearish one, on this candle closure right there. And then, as you guys saw, I did put that order in that inverted fair value gap with a bullish fair value gap supporting it. So I took that long there, added in, closed one contract there, closed the last contract up there. So beautiful trade. Super happy with that one. Can you talk about your entry? It was a great one. What did you see when you entered? Okay, yeah. So I was looking at a bullish fair value gap as my main entry. That's what this is right here. This guy, if we go to the 5-minute here, sorry. So as you can see on the 5-minute here, I had this bullish fair value gap mapped out. We had the VWAP also kind of aligned with it, right? And the value area high. So I had a lot of confluence plus a 200 EMA all right there. So I had a lot of confluence in here as to why I wanted to enter. I basically just spread out my orders. Like, I had one around this level, I had one in the middle, and I had one down at the bottom here. So as you can see, my last entry was right here. my middle one entry in the middle, one looks like 2 contracts up at the top here. 89, 86. This one was 84. This one was 81. So that's kind of why I entered. I had a lot of confluences there. We've been looking bullish, right? Obviously, from the gate, out of the gate here, above the overnight VWAP or the start of day VWAP, held it really strong, flagged out, went higher, flagged out, went higher again, pulled back all the way to, you know, to the value area high, which is yesterday's value area high. Found some support, popped up again. So that was my first entry, was here in this area. I think I was looking at, I don't know what exactly drew me to take this trade here, but I had more orders set up. I think I had just the one there, and then I had the rest of them were in the fair value gap. So it didn't quite get the pullback I was looking to, but I thought if we were going to bounce, I wanted to get in. So I closed that one. Missed out on some of this, but then these were the money ones, right? Looking back, could have added in this pullback here, would have been nice. And then again, just using those fair value gaps, right? Once you build your bias, and if we're, you know, staying in the bias, that's, you know, you can build your confidence from that. So hopefully that answers it. AG Trader, what up? What time do I stream until? I will be on, usually I'm here till 1 or 1:30 East Coast. So another 20 minutes to 50 minutes or so left. Travel with Leo. So, you know, you could have caught this pullback, but like overall, I'm still bullish, right? Until we start getting some inverted fair value gaps, I would think there's a good chance we're going to continue higher. Not a guarantee, obviously, not financial advice, but no London Open. Oh, well, London Open is at what, 11? So 10 is pre-market, right? For me, my time, 10 p.m., which is 1 a.m. East Coast. And then, but you know, I got to be up for New York Open because I stream Monday to Friday New York Open. So I'm up at, you know, 5:50 a.m. my time, which is 8:50 a.m. East Coast. So that's kind of why I'm starting the stream sort of between 7 and 7:30 my time, so 10:30 East Coast until around 1:30. I need to, you know, wrap it up and go to bed so I can be ready for tomorrow's crazy price action on the New York Open. And then I don't know if you guys saw it earlier too, but I got a super chat. Anyone who's new or haven't been here from earlier, Q4, what was the name? Q4 Pilot. Yeah, Q4 Pilot gave me a $2 super chat. So I let him pick a trade, which was pretty interesting here, guys. So the trade was, he said, enter long now. And we were right around the 900. I put the order. I had 2 contracts here long at 900 with a 12.5 point stop and a 12.5 point take profit. So I ended up moving the stop down by like 2 points after we had set the original trade, because I felt like this might do exactly what it did there. And then it survived by 3 ticks. The trade survived by 3 ticks and ended up hitting full take profit up here. So not only did he donate me $2, but he also helped me put a $50 winner in my 150K trading combine. So funny, eh? It's awesome. So I've got 2 trades now since a couple Sundays ago. The chat has picked for us, and both were W's. So what's up with that, hey? Chat knows what they're doing. Love it. I gotta continue working on my food here. You know, I trade full time, but my main job is being a real estate agent. So, but luckily, being a real estate agent, you get that flexibility, right? So I'm able to, you know, to trade market open, and then I also get that ability to like do some evening streams. I'm just trying to build my YouTube channel. Maybe one day it will be, you know, the whole YouTube and the trading will be my main source of income, but for right now, it's not. And I am from Canada, eh? Yes, I am. Linda Rowley, welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. NHO Profit. NHO. I'm wondering what that stands for, but short NQ. Like I was saying earlier, there's still room higher. So I'm not too keen on jumping in on a short. I'd want to see some sort of continued breakdown before I jump into a short. Like if we could invert maybe both of these fair value gaps up here, I could see us moving maybe back at least down to 900. Whether or not we're going to go much further down, but we do have room above, right? We have the highs of the New York session, and then this trend line here that has been getting respected multiple times in the past. So I've had this on the chart for quite some time. So there's no reason that we can't just kind of chop around and end up getting up here, right? And maybe even breaking through a little bit before we pull back. Or it just keeps going. You never know, right? But currently, I would be leaning bullish. No handouts profit. Nice. Okay. Sweet. I like it. That's a good name. It's always interesting to see all these different like YouTube handles and kind of the unique ideas behind them. So Canucks, Montreal Flames, Jets, Sens, or Leafs. Well, I'm in Vancouver, so I got to go with the Canucks, even though they can be pretty trashy. I mean, I love them all, but I like all the Canadian teams. I'll root for anyone, but since I live in BC, I gotta go with the Canucks. Is that a daily trend line? No. Well, I don't know exactly how, like, what I drew it from. It was probably from the highs. I usually draw my trend lines maybe on like a 4-hour chart. So yeah, it might have been the 4-hour chart, as you can see there. Just off this top, nice touch there. This was this all-time high? No, it wasn't quite all-time high. I think we had an all-time high back here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So it was our more recent high, and then I just noticed we tapped into it. I drew this line, drew it way out, and then we tapped it again there. We tapped it again there. So I mean, we're getting to the point where we could be breaking out soon. This might just tap and then end up going back down to this, you know, sweep these lows. How long this is going to take, I don't know. We might end up doing, you know, something like that. Maybe like this. And another little down. And then break it up. I could see that happening too. So we'll have to see how this plays out. We do have this naked point of control from Wednesday's price action above. So this could also be a target, 25,092. So here, if we look at our session volume profile, so I usually do it on my 30-minute, right? Turn on session volume profile. As you can see, it puts these little profiles. I do it from the start of day, so at 6 p.m. East Coast open until the end of the New York session. And if you look right here on Wednesday, we had a pretty bullish day, right? We kind of climbed in pre-market, and then we bounced up on the open. So we left this point way up here. And then typically 80% of the time, we engaged the point of control on the next day. And this day we didn't quite get there, right? We rejected on the trend line. So this is still in, they haven't touched this point of control. So this is a draw on liquidity for the future, and or this, this previous day high kind of idea, which that's all. We have the previous day high way up there, because the previous day high should be actually right there. What's going on here? I usually update it to the previous day, not that's from that high. But anyways, we never engaged that point of control. So then I just relabel it naked point of control. This is our current point of control from Thursday's price action, right? So I mean, we're gonna hit this. We're gonna take this out at some point. Now, whether it's gonna be tomorrow, or maybe on Monday, or maybe sometime next week, hard to tell at this point, because we do have a decent amount of room to get there. But we'll have to see. Maybe London takes us there. Yeah, so I can't. It's hard to say short this, right? With how bullish we've been. Basically out of the gate, we went up, and then we consolidated this area, and then we broke out. So, hey, DI, what's up? The prop firm I'm trading asking for an interview before payout, including charts sharing. Is that a red flag? Dude, I've never heard anything like this before. Asking for an interview before payout, including chart sharing. That's a little weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know where you live, but I think you mentioned that you can't access a lot of the prop firms from where you live, and you have to use this firm. So, unfortunate that that's the case. Thoughts on shorting at 943? Like I just finished saying, guys, it's hard for me to say. I would, 943, at least you have a small risk to reward, right? Like you could just stop it out if you're going to get, up to 950. Again, like I was saying, I still think we're pretty bullish. So, not financial advice, but this is just my general idea of what's going on. Like I said, we've been bullish from the open. We've now consolidated for a couple hours here and finally broke out the highs here. We have, these structure highs from the New York session, and we have this trend line above. And then, like I was saying earlier too, previous day's high up there and point of control. So, I mean, there's still room to the upside here. So I would be a little careful about shorting this, because to me, it looks pretty strong, right? I could be wrong, right? There's no guarantee, but DI, guess where I'm from. Where are you from? South Africa. That's my guess. What does a red line on the heat map mean? That's just a bunch of orders there. So at when there's more orders, there's 117 contracts at 950. So again, this is another reason why I feel like there's still room to the upside. We got orders at 50, we got orders at 60, we got orders at 70. So 119 at 50, 78 at 60, and 87 at 70. And I'm pretty sure there's even some orders up at 5,000. Look at 115,000 at 25,000. So Sri Lanka. Okay, nice. I've never been there yet. Maybe one day. You never know. Little geography class here, guys. Because I don't really know where Sri Lanka is. So it's southeast of India's border here. Here's Sri Lanka. Looks like a pretty busy, cool shaped island. What part of Sri Lanka are you in? The only reason I said South Africa is because I know somebody from there, and there's not many prop firms that are allowed to trade there. That was why I guessed. So Kurunagala, right there. So sort of like central. That's cool, man. Well, thanks for sharing. Look at that, guys. Another fair value gap for the win, right? That's just why I love fair value gaps, you know? Northwestern. What was I looking at there? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's in the little northwestern area. Gotcha. Northern, northwestern, eastern, central, southern. Gotcha. So it looks like they're coming for these highs up here, right? Hey, we got 76 people in the YouTube channel. You guys rock. Thank you for being here. One person in Mustang Traders channel and 7 people in the X across the 2 channels. So no, I'm in Vancouver, Canada. So this is can I not zoom in here? That sucks. Anyways, this is British Columbia. This is west coast of Canada, just above the USA down there, and this is Vancouver. I'm kind of like right in this little spot right here. That's where I live. I'm about 40 minutes outside of Vancouver. 50 minutes. So with the large amount of orders on the heat map, could that be a mix of buy or sell? Or is it only one type of large amount? Yeah, it could be a mix of buy and sell. Yes, totally. Yeah, so I'll be up early too. Yes, into ATVing. Oh, I love ATVing too. I have a Outlander 800, Can-Am Outlander 800. I put some nice knobby tires on it, and although I haven't been out ATVing that much lately, I've only been using it mostly for plowing, for plowing the snow. But it's pretty awesome. I do live on a little mountain here, so I can kind of like rip up the gravel road sometimes. But yeah, I got a Can-Am Outlander 800 a number of years back. Ketchup flavored Lay's. Where did that comment come from? What did I say? Oh yes, okay, my bad. Yes, ketchup chips. Anyways, right? Are the Lays specifically from Canada? Ketchup chips are a quintessential Canadian potato chip flavor, featuring a tangy, sweet, and salty tomato seasoning that first appeared in the 1970s. Popular brands include Lay's, Old Dutch, President's Choice, and Covered Bridge. They are widely available across major Canadian grocery stores, Real Canadian Superstore, Walmart Canada, and Amazon.ca. Didn't you know, Jay, you're not supposed to ask a woman their age? No, take a guess. What's your guess? Tell them about the poutine? Okay, sure. Let's look up poutine. Also, give a little poutine rundown. Poutine is an iconic Canadian dish oriented from Quebec in the late 1950s, consisting of crisp French fries, fresh squeaky cheese curds, and hot savory gravy. A quintessential comfort food, it is found throughout Canada from most fast food chains like McDonald's to dedicated restaurants with many variations and toppings. I love me some poutine, but unfortunately, I ended up becoming intolerant to lactose. So I'm a dairy-free weirdo. So, bro, if I say you look young, I'm going to be given another awkward compliment. Hey, you already took the cake, so I don't think you get much worse than that, right? Yeah, you wouldn't guess how old I am. I'm probably older than what you're gonna guess. So that's already saying a good thing. So. Gold's breaking out, guys. Anybody in that gold long still? Yeah, life without cheese and ice cream and the list goes on. And when you become lactose intolerant, you start reading packages, you really realize how many things have milk in them. It's pretty crazy, actually. It's like breads and any kind of like majority of the dressings and, like hamburger buns, like it's pretty crazy the amount of things that have like dairy in it. 37? Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. Jonathan Stonks. I wish I was 37. You gotta add like some. I don't know if I should tell you. So Apex Trading doesn't allow gold trading right now. Really? They shut down gold trading on Apex? I did not know that. Linda Rowley, what are your symptoms if you drink milk? I can't. If I couldn't. Oh yeah, drinking milk would be bad. So it's just like stomach pains, bloating, and the diarrhea. I don't really want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. But mostly stomach pains. I get kind of like my digestion tract sort of like locks up, and then you kind of get like gas and bloating, and then that becomes quite painful. So no, not hard. Nothing goes. No hard stool, no. Why are we talking about this right now on stream? What the heck, guys? This is a trading channel. What the heck? We're supposed to be focusing on trading here. No, I don't really get. I don't get constipated. No, I don't drink milk tea. No way. Like if I have a bun that has a little bit of dairy in it, like I'm gonna have stomach pains. So I gotta take like lactose pills. There's like called lactase, and I don't like eat milk products on purpose, but sometimes when I have food that I might suspect has dairy in it, I'll take those lactase pills with it. Or if I'm like, especially like pump food, if you go to a pub, quite often pub food has dairy in it, like the buns or cross-contamination or other things. So anytime I'm eating at a pub or something, I'll always take lactase pills. So yeah, why are we talking about the D when he's eating? Let the man eat in peace. I'm still trying to eat here, right? Slow and steady. Your really young daughter had that from dairy? Oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. For me, I was always fine with dairy up until like my early 30s. It was like in my like early 30s, I just realized like I would go eat breakfast at like at a breakfast place, and like the Dutch. I don't know if you guys, might be a Canadian place only, but anyways, you get these like nice potatoes and stuff, and then like cheese on it. And I was like, always had to go home after I'd eat breakfast. Like, what the hell? My stomach hurts, right? So then I was like, I'm just gonna cut out dairy and see what happens. And sure enough, stomach pains went away. So dairy was the culprit, and I just eliminated it, and that's how I figured it out. But don't feel that bad for me. It's gotten way better, not because I'm less lactose intolerant, but there's more and more products that are being made that are dairy free. So like I can get ice cream anytime. I can get pizza anytime because they have dairy free cheese. So it's not as good, and it's almost like stronger flavor, and it's kind of like a different kind of gooey texture. But when I order pizza, I just get Daya cheese, which is dairy-free cheese, and then I just ask them to put a light amount. So you don't want it like totally covered; it's just too strong. So yeah, you can have coconut ice cream or oat ice cream or soy; those all work. But you have to pay for that extra dairy-free premium. Yeah, I mean, the ice cream that I get, like, you can get Haagen-Dazs. They have a dairy-free. It's the same price as the rest of them. So, hey, there's Kathir. Good evening. Hi. How are you? I love milk, but I get this congestion sensation if I drink too much, like when I take a deep breath. Yeah, so you probably have like a little mild lactose intolerance. So what happens is, as you get older, or some people anyways, you start producing less and less lactase enzyme. And that's what breaks down the dairy. You still digest it, but the byproduct of digesting it without lactase is methane gas. So it smells bad too. So if you ever meet somebody who's lactose intolerant and they had some milk, oh man, stay away. Yeah, DI. One good thing for me is like, because I'm lactose intolerant, quite often I'm skipping ice cream and those desserts, like the cakes and whatever. So it actually helps keep me thinner. So yeah, ice cream and pizza, which I can't have very much, are two of the most unhealthy things. Yeah, totally. Chris B, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? See, guys, that's why I'm saying don't short this yet. This isn't saying short yet. I mean, you could have got this pullback, right? You could have got this pullback, but like I was saying, I think there's still room, at least to sweep these highs and then midnight open. Wishing I didn't close the trade, actually. Looking at another 10 points already right there. So another $20 on that last contract. But hey, I'm not going to complain. What did I get again? 250 in that trade. So happy about that. You got to marry a nice Asian girl. We don't have much dairy in our food, bro. Oh, Jay, you're Asian? 你是中国人吗？我是大伟，请问你叫什么名字？ Yes, but that's why actually Chinese food or Asian foods are typically my favorite, because there's usually no milk products in it. So the only thing is if you end up getting like spring rolls or something like that, sometimes they're made in Canada, and it can have milk products in it anyway. So what kind of laptop do you use, and what would you recommend? I actually trade on a desktop, so I don't have a laptop. I did buy a little laptop, but I don't know if it's for. No, I'm not part Chinese, but I just learned how to speak some Mandarin. So I've been learning how to speak Mandarin for roughly 10 years, on and off. Still have a long way to go. It's hard to learn. I can't read the text though, unfortunately. If you write it out in Hanu Pinyin, then I could probably understand, but maybe understand. But I've been learning only Pinyin, not the text. It's just too hard to do the text. I know ko, which is mouth. Other than that, I can't remember any. I use a little app. It's called Chinese Skill to learn. So it's just got kind of like, a little areas where you can do, little sections. So I've got through pretty far, and then you got little tests and stuff. So they do counting and talking. 你小中文吗? Yeah, I speak Mandarin. Do you speak Mandarin? Is that what you're asking? I think. 中文，你晓中文吗? Oh yeah, I'm right. Look at that. See, you can tell I have some knowledge, right? I'm not just a dumb trader over here. Well, I am a dumb trader, but if you guys want to see my my trading setup here, I'm gonna link a video to you guys. Let's see, where is it? The short video. When I first started the channel, I made a quick video on my trading setup here. So I don't really know about eating up those 950 orders. Boom! Look at that. If you guys follow this link here, that'll take you to my YouTube channel where I have a short video of my trading setup. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. This wasn't telling me short yet, right? I kind of like it when these markets are pretty slow like this. It just gives you so much more time to really think about everything. The New York session just chops me up, bro. That's actually cool that you know the language. I think I might learn Japanese over the summer because I feel like I might actually go there. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I haven't been to Japan. I'd love to go. I heard only good things about it. So you're running 2 computers and 3 monitors each? Really? So you like type in on one keyboard over here and one keyboard over here, and you got like... I just got one computer, but I'm running 4 monitors. Bro, Donkadong, you're trading on the library computer? Nice. Are you like in university right now or something? Let's see what happens when we get to this trend line here, guys. But to be honest, I don't know that we're gonna really slow down here, you know? No, I use Synergy. Lets you use one keyboard and one mouse over Ethernet on multiple computers. Crazy. LOL, nope. So you just went to like the library to use a computer then, I guess? That's cool. MacBook Pro or MacBook Air? I got a MacBook Pro personally. It's a little bit beefier, you know? We got a little more beef to it. And it's lasted forever. But I use that for my real estate stuff, so it's not really my trading thing. But I do know that a bunch of traders on ASFX, they also trade on Apple. So I think it's pretty good for like streaming and stuff too, or recording and whatnot. I mean, you can't go wrong with getting Apple. I was about to say MacBook Pro too. It just sounds like there's more stuff than Air. Yeah, it's probably a little bit stronger, like a little bit more. You know, you're gonna spend more on it, right? And you know, for trading, you probably could get away with the Air because, like, you know, like if you want to get more out of it, though, the Pro is gonna be better, probably, right? It's gonna have a little bit, maybe a little better processor. Maybe it's gonna have, you know, better video card, this kind of stuff. So, but you know, really trading doesn't take up that much like processing power or whatnot. So Jay Marshall, you're a realtor as well? Nice. Sweet. Yeah, it's a you know, trading is a great little side gig or, you know, job to have with real estate, right? Because you have that flexibility being an agent, plus, you know, who doesn't like money, right? Jay Marshall, where do you live again? I forget. I think you might have said it before, but hard to keep track as the channel grows here. So we got 539 subscribers, guys. So we started at 522, 521, 22. So 17 or 18 subscribers today. That's sweet. Thank you, whoever subscribed. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all you guys too that you all subscribed before. Help me get over that 500 mark. So good morning, y'all. Midnight here in Saskatchewan. Hey, I lived in Saskatchewan for a couple years. I was born in Winnipeg. I moved to Edmonton, Alberta. Then I moved to Regina, Saskatchewan. And then I ended up in Vancouver, Canada. Or Vancouver, BC, sorry. So, slowly made my way across Canada. I don't remember Winnipeg. I was too young. But I have a lot of family in Saskatchewan. So my mom has 8 brothers and sisters. They were all born in a little town called Windthorst in Saskatchewan. It's about, it's like an hour or two outside of Regina. So I spent a lot of time out there. My grandparents owned farms out there. They've since my grandpa passed away. My grandma's still around, but my grandparents sort of passed the farm on to one of their sons. And they actually, interesting story is they grow a special wheat there that is purchased by the Queen of England or the royal family, because you know that whole situation, but it's like a non-GMO wheat that the royal family specifically buys. So kind of an interesting story there. Stone Mountain GA. I'm curious. I like to check these places out. So let's see. Georgia, right? You live on the top of that mountain? That's a savage ass mountain, man. That's so cool. I want to see where'd that picture of the mountain go? Oh, here we go. Check this out. Look at that thing, man. That looks like a dinosaur. Or an alien or something. That's so cool. Hey, I see your house. It's right there. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not rich, bro. I'm not rich. That's all of my all their money. It's not my money at all. It's 3 minutes from your house? Nice. That's so cool. Well, look at that, guys. We did reject off of those highs. Let's look at the higher time frame here. Do we have a 15-minute? Nope. 30-minute? Nope. 1 hour? Nope. Kind of inverting the 1 hour fair value gap, though. We just saw it go away there. So this was yesterday's midnight open price, I think, which is midnight was right there. Yeah, so this was yesterday's midnight open price. And look at that reaction there. And they are currently trying to invert this little bullish fair value gap. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Jay. That's a pretty cool place to live, eh? I'd love to see that. Can you hike that thing, Jay Marshall? Possible short on gold. You're coming right up on previous day high. This is silver, sorry. MGC. There we go. Yeah, so we're right up at previous day high here. When is this thing gonna break out? Like, this should break out to the upside at some point. This could be a short, but it could also break out a little bit here. Man, that was a nasty pullback from the highs, hey? That all-time high. Like 2.5 days just straight down like a maniac. You might be right though. This could possibly be a short area. Not financial advice, but it's so gorgeous and scenic. At the top you can see downtown Atlanta. Nice. This guy you're talking about, this flag? Yeah, technically it is a bear flag. Bear flags typically are going up, right? So like a short term anyways, like this you're talking about, which kind of also lines up nicely. Yes, yeah, it might reject here and go lower, but then, you know, it could pull one of those things where it's like decides to play around up here. Like it might go something like that, and then head back down into the channel. So I would definitely wait for a reaction. More of a reaction, or I mean, have a tight stop if you can get in up here at 48. I mean, that would have been a nice entry for sure if you were in there. Had a long on gold and it closed above my TP, which I have never seen before. Like you got filled. The fill was above where your TP was. That's nice. That just means that there was a spread, right? So Trade-of-8's pretty good for that. So let's go to gold here on Trade-of-8. I like trend signs sometimes react to the tick. They can, right? Tory tan lines work all the time. So if you got a closure, like if it closed above your price, it's because of the spread, and you can see the spread easily on Trade-of-8 there. As you can see, like you know, the green is going to be the bid, and that's going to be the ask, the red, and sometimes those can spread pretty far. Sometimes the price will move up, and then when the next contract gets filled, that's where you're going to get filled, right? So sometimes this red line will like pop up a bit, and then the next order gets filled and it'll like fill up there. So that's probably what happened if you got like a better sell price than on what your TP was actually at. $4 above your TP? Nice. Like not 4 points, but $4. Like you got an extra $4. So that would be like 0.4 above, right? If it was one contract. You're not talking like, you know, your order was at 5,040 and you got filled at 5,044. Because if you did, that's pretty crazy. 4 points would be a lot. Oh, wow. Yeah, so the price must have really been ripping. Yeah, so if price is moving so fast, and you know, sometimes the next order that gets filled is going to be, but I only traded 0.04 contracts. Okay. ES could be rolling over. Oh yeah, ES does look like it's, I mean, we've seen a number of pullbacks, but we do have that nice little indecision doji on the top there, hey? On the 5 minute. Oops. This back. This guy. So I do like that little indecision candle there. Quite often after you get a doji on the top like that, that could signal a reversal, but really, like, I would be scalping this if you're looking to take it. You know, if you did take a short in here, I would be pretty aggressive on locking in some profits, unless we invert this fair value gap. Then I could see us potentially moving lower, but I think this one would actually be more the key level that I would want to see inverted. So if we blast through this, you might want to try to be a little more aggressive at price, sort of down at 68.92. But yeah, it looks like it's starting to roll over. But you know, overall, like I said, we've been so bullish for the most of the session here. There's no reason that we can't still go higher, right? So until we get some sort of really clear reason as to why we want to go short, I would at least scalp it tight, right? So mackerel F. So $20 profit's pretty nice though, hey? That's a little bonus. Congratulations. That was a nice trade for you, obviously. Check the 1 minute. We have these bearish or bullish fair value gaps at 68.95 there. Antoine Payne, good evening. Good to see ya. And we have a inverted fair value gap right there. This bearish one got inverted. And we're leaving some fair value gaps there. 2 minutes. Did we get it? Nope. Nope. Ahmed, hello. What's up? Hey, good to see ya. Michael Matos. I mean, typically the higher time frame are going to be the best, right? So if you're looking at a daily fair value gap, a 1 hour, 4 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, obviously the higher the time frame, typically the better the fair value gap. But you got to be careful because those higher time frame fair value gaps are just so large. It's hard to pick the right price to get in. But so what you can use those guys is more of like as a draw on liquidity. So like say your leading bias is long and you have a 4 hour fair value gap like above, that could kind of be your draw on liquidity. So you can use that sort of as a target. But you know, I often trade off the 5. So I like 5 minute fair value gaps, but I will also use like a 3 minute. I don't really trade 1 minutes that often. Unless maybe we're in a trending day and you're just trying to like find a place to be able to get in, but it just keeps, you know, doing small pullbacks and keeps going higher, then maybe that's when the 1 minute might be good, right? So it blew a count. I should have stayed bearish. What do you mean, Antoine? What happened? But what I usually like to do, Michael, is if you just start noticing that the fair value gaps are being respected in a certain direction, that also can give you a little bit more like balls to go long or to go short, right? So just watch those for entries if they're respecting it. Like this current one here is holding it, right? So you tried to go long, you're on the 1 minute. Yeah, see, I try to stay away from the 1 minute. I found that just from trading a lot in the past that there's a little too much noise for me on the 1 minute. It kind of like throws me off. I'll start like zooming in, and I'll be like, well, this candle has a high and this one, this guy, like, and then I'll start like really focusing on the trade on the 1 minute and being like, what's it gonna do? So I stopped trying to use the 1 minute. So I've been sticking with fives more so, but I do pay for Bookmap. I think it's about 35 Canadian or $40. No, it's about 40 US a month. And then when you add on the data, it's like, and it takes it around 100 a month, the US. So I went with the data, it's like a bundle deal for the data. So it has the CME, the CBOE, and Comex. Yeah, Comex. So yeah, exactly. Too many fake outs on the 1 minute. It throws me off. If I look that close, like I start thinking, oh, look at that move, it's starting to go, I better buy it, right? But really it's still inside that previous 5 minute candle. So and just the higher time frame being on the 5 minutes, just a little more reliable on you for your levels. So yeah, see, look at this fair value gap, guys. Like if you would have entered in this one, this is an ES, but I mean, it's only up 3-4 points, but still, it just shows how they respect it, right? Look at this guy here. We left this fair value gap, touched the very top of it there, but this was while it was still forming. This one pulled back right into the top. You had a couple chances to get in long here, and then boom, right? This guy also broke up, came back into here, entry, and multiple chances to enter here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times could have entered, and then boom, breaks out, right? So when they work, they work. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you notice that it's working, typically they're going to work again. So yeah, Bookmap isn't cheap, guys. NQ and ES, I do 1 minute. Silver, I do 5 minute. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's their own. Like, if you find that works good for you, then so, like, for sure use that, right? I just found personally that I like to slow it down a little bit, and I just find that I trade a little less and I don't get induced as easily on the 5 minute. So yeah, so as long as it doesn't close below it, then you can see it's being respected. Sometimes the wicks will go even straight through it, all the way past it. Like, as you can see, this spot right here, right? So this fair value gap, look at how far it wicked through it, but the closure was above, so that means it respected it, right? So the only way that you could cancel it. So here's how I trade them too, is if I go long, say I buy it in at 68.95 here, and then the candle closes below the fair value gap, I'm gonna look for a retest of the inverted fair value gap to get out of my trade. So that's just the rules that I've kind of set on the fair value gaps, is so that if I enter on a fair value gap and it gets inverted, is as it bounces, because quite often it's going to go retest that fair value gap now that it's an inverted one, I'll look to get out at break even, a slight profit, or somewhere around there. You're not always going to get that chance, but quite often you get a chance to get out. And that's just how I limit my risk, because whenever there's a closure below the fair value gap, they're going to invert it, which means typically it's going to be, changing direction now. Not always, but often changes direction. But I think we're going to wrap up the stream here, guys, in about 4 minutes. I've been on now for, what do we got? 3.5 hours. So it's been a pretty long stream. Got my first 3 super chats in the chat. That's pretty awesome. So thank you to, what was it? I forget his name already. Damn it. Where did he go? Q4 something? Yeah, Q4 Pilot. There we go. We got my first super chat from Q4 Pilot. Also got some super chats from Wisdom with Auntie and Rana Sprite. So feeling pretty happy about the stream, guys. Yeah, W's on the super chats. Thank you. Finally hit those 500 subscribers. Went through the process to get hooked up to YouTube earning or whatever. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, then we can start getting a little bit of revenue from ads. So and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for all the likes, all the subscribes, and just for being in the chat and interacting. It makes it so much more fun. I get to hang out with you guys and talk trading. I know it's pretty hard to find like-minded individuals outside of places like this. Sorry about that account there, Antoine. We all lose them all. We all lose accounts, though. I still lose accounts all the time. So don't feel that worried about it. Just rinse and repeat. Maybe try to learn from your mistakes. And appreciate you guys being here. Kathir is a poet, guys. Gonna throw Kathir under the bus here. No, not really, but Kathir, did you send me a new poem, or is this still the same one? Okay, yeah. Dare I read your other poem? It's your 25th lost? Ouch, yeah. It's tough, eh? The only thing I could say, Antoine, is just size down, right? Work on your strategy, just size down. I find it myself, as soon as I start getting in heavier, trying to rush it, trying to get, those big wins, that's when it hurts, and I end up losing the account. So if you can keep your trades between 1 and 4 micros, and I'm not talking about gold. If you're going to trade gold, I would keep it to 1 and 2 micros. It just gives you so much more room on your entry, right? With all the rules that we're dealing with prop firms, it's hard if you're going in heavy to stay within those rules, right? So if you can keep the size down, and then for today, I mean, it was a long trade, but I made 250, and it was only on about four micros, right? So, keep the size down, keep it down to a few micros, and then it gives you a little bit more play in it, right? And, get a VWAP on your chart. I don't know what indicators you're using. Get a VWAP, start using some fair value gaps, trade with trend as your friend, right? So we've been bullish. So you're right. You had the right idea going long, but, waiting for a pullback into a bullish fair value gap would be a good entry. And the only thing I can say is size down and slow down. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to say you're over trading or anything, but typically a lot of people, including myself, get into these problems where, you overtrade also, right? So those are the two biggest things that you can work on that's going to help your trading, and they're pretty easy to do. Is one is just keep your size down, and two is try to be patient and don't overtrade, right? So yeah, so really you just got to put in the time, right? So who wants to hear Kathir's poem? I'll read it to the chat. I'll read it off if you guys are interested. You have the EMA 14, 50, 200 and the VWOO. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a great place. Those are all good. I don't really trade off of the EMAs, but I like to keep them on there to show how strong the market is right now, right? So like, for example, you can see how spread it is, right? And as it gets more spread, like the more bullish we are, right? And then as it starts coming back together, the end of the run, the end of the move could be over. They are playing around in the middle here, so they could bounce it out here and still go higher and kind of like curl this 9 EMA up. I run the 9 and the 21 and the 200. So this gray one down here is a 200. The white one is a 9 and the green is a 21. So, okay, guys, I'll read Kathir's poem. Hopefully I can read it nicely without screwing it up. So just for a little pretext, when it says pop, it's referring to explosions, just so you guys know. The morning fresh air, daffodil seeds floating in the background, laughter of children and talking adults takes shape at dawn. This is the X marked on his calendar where the photographer took his last photo to date. Click. Right before the plaza goes pop. Then it's gone. The beauty of a modern world all in one snapshot. Top right. The couple kisses each other, feeling the warm sunlight. Under the vibrant green tree in the park, each in the tender arms of each other, crossing their hearts that they would stick together even through hell. Top left is a child seated in the coffee shop, playfully walking around, joyfully talking to his parents, ring on their finger and their kids measuring their eternity. Daylight showering on them and coffee in their hands. Bottom right, a businessman jumps up in joy, throwing documents up in the air after catching the world's first billion-dollar deal by himself. People nearby watch in amusement. Laughter, joy, clapping, all in a single snapshot. The feeling of not needing to work can't be beat. Bottom left, an old man convinces the young one to not end it all. Death already in his eyes, he sits like a phantom on the bench. An old man full of life, learned to love the ones with barely any. I guess, says the phantom in a raspy voice. Not a single person seems to notice except the old man. Listen, young one. You never know what difference you're going to make until you live through it. The young man's eyes widened. He never thought he was making a difference for others. Yeah, he says right in a high tone. Yeah. He looks up at the sky, the clouds, sun shining on his face, and a little more hope in his eyes. 500 feet away, the photographer frames in the photo perfectly, waiting for the perfect moment, shocked when he gives the photo another look. It will be everywhere tomorrow, framed on every television. Dead center is a fountain, so clear it looks like dolphins can swim inside. A man approaches with a scared look on his face, shaking with every step he moves. A dove flies onto his shoulder, then another, then 100 near him. He looks up at the fountain. On the top is a stone dove. I remember now. The dove is a universal sign of peace. He looks behind, then up at the photographer. 1,000-yard stare is returned. Then anger. The intense, bottled-up rage of a man who lost everything. Nothing, he says. Doesn't matter. He already passed on. His stare will live for generations, for terrorism. He never thought he'd be the face of the violence he called for. For the photographer, his stare will be remembered as regret. The camera clicks. And just like that, the man who started it all is no longer here. Pop. Nice. I like it. Thanks for sharing. That's the second poem that we've got from Kathir now. Pretty impressed. So, hey, you're welcome. Is it supposed to be romantic? I mean, there's a part in there that's romantic, but it's pretty dark. Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty dark. It's kind of like, and obviously you're like, it's kind of like a war scene, kind of like, because you're saying like the pop is referring to explosions, right? So, yeah, interesting, pretty cool. Good job. What do we say here? I thought I saw Zara earlier. See you later for New York. Gold was crazy so far, wasn't it? Oh, wow, guys. I just looked back at gold. It's just continued to go higher there, hey? Whew. Yeah, gold would have been beautiful. It is currently back at the top of that channel. So it pulled back a bit, and then it went all the way back up there. So shorts were, I mean, temporarily were the play. We're back in this bullish fair value gap here on MES. But we're done here, guys. It's been a stream. It's been a fun one. Good times. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. What did we hit? 551 subscribers. We're just like piling on the subscribers lately. I feel so blessed by all you guys. Thank you to everybody who did subscribe, and we got 50 likes on the stream. How many accounts did I have in Lucid? You don't want to know. I had 4 accounts, and I unfortunately ended up blowing them. So yes, I blew them. So I had 4 accounts. I'm gonna be picking up some new accounts here. I was gonna get some, but they were having some like temporary maintenance on their dashboard, so I'm probably gonna pick some up. Maybe I'll start trading them again next week. But unfortunately, I blew those accounts. Sucks. I lost 2 of them. 2 of them about a week ago, or maybe it was about 2 weeks ago, and then I lost the other 2 about a week ago. So yeah, it sucks. It is what it is. Back to the drawing board on the Lucid accounts. But yeah, I was planning to pick up a couple more here to restart. So, but yeah, thanks everybody. 551 subscribers, 50 likes on the streams. Killer stream. It's been a fun one. 3 hours and 45 minutes. We currently have 46 people still in the YouTube, 1 person in Nick's YouTube channel, and 7 people in X. So thanks so much, everybody. Just gonna do my sign out. I usually say goodbye to everybody, so stick around. It's gonna take a minute because the stream's getting bigger and bigger. But thanks, everybody. Sinister Scalper, Road Light Oct, Rod Aliopt. Sorry, I don't know. So hopefully I'm not butchering it too bad. Kathir, also Travel with Leo, Zar, Antoine, Linda Rowley, Michael Matos. Who else we got? Boy Callie, Lone Wolf, Silver Surfer, Ahmed showed up. Antoine, sorry, I already said Antoine. Mark Ralph. It's a newer name. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Life is good. J Marshall, M2 Equanimity. I like that name. Sorry, I didn't realize that you look like a new person in the chat also. Good to meet you. Uncle Gringo. I like that. See, that's what I'm talking about. These YouTube names are so awesome. Like Uncle Gringo, like green candle, but also like Mexican white guy, you know, Gringo. Uncle Gringo. I don't know if it's right, but anyways, that's awesome. Day Trader 420, Jay in the house, Bro Donkadonk. Let's see here. Who else we got? Chris B. I think I said Jay already. Yeah, I said Jay. Linda Rowley. I may have said that earlier too. Deadeye in the house. Into ATVing. Or sorry, DI, not Deadeye. My bad. Jonathan Stonks. Luis Enrique Bocanegra. Something. Sorry, bro, if I screwed that up. This is going to be a long-winded goodbye. Saying bye to everybody on the chat here. NHO Profit. No handouts. AG Trader. Zach Lazarus. Wayne Beauregard. Zilchuary? Sorry, I'm hard to say that name. XILUXARY. Wayne in the house. He's one of our long-term people in the chats. Candle Dealer. Reina Sprite. Wisdom with Auntie. Shades Trades. Who else we got here? Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Just scrolling through the chat here. Tim Korth, Q4 Pilot, Urcon's a crazy trader, guys. If you guys don't see him, keep an eye out for him on chat. Don't fade him, whatever you do. Said Sinister Scalper earlier. Who else we got here? Tony JDM, 69. Who else we got? B Flu. That's our Okanagan person there. I missed our Saskatchewan guy. I hope I said your name. Blackout Network. There's Silver Surfer. Woo. I think we're getting close to the top here, guys. We're almost done. Oh, Roy Stewart, my dad, was in the house. And yeah, that's it, guys. It's been a long one. Good shout out. Just Rod? Okay, Rod works. All right. Good to meet you, Rod. Thanks for tuning in, bro. And yeah, thanks everybody. We'll be live again tomorrow morning for Market Open. If I don't see you on tomorrow's market, I'll be back again Sunday, 7 p.m. East Coast, maybe 7:30. Usually start that one a little bit earlier. But yeah, Sunday night for Market Open sometime. I'll have it scheduled, so if you guys do check it out. Looks like gold's getting a bit of a pullback here. We bounced off the 48, 49, maybe it was 50 area there. 49, bounced off 49. Now we're back down to 39. So big 10 point pullback. But anyways, guys, thanks so much again. Love you guys. Thanks for all the subscriptions and all the likes. 50 likes on the stream, 53 likes, 552 subscribers. And we got some super chats on the night. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you guys so much. Without you guys, it just wouldn't be so fun, you know? But thanks so much, guys. We'll be live again tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. East Coast. If not, see you on the next evening stream on Sunday night. So peace out. Have a good night. And you know what? I'm going to play a little video here for you guys before I shut down the stream. Little commercial that I ended up making here. And peace out, guys. We'll end it on that. Is it going to work? Up traders, just a quick heads up, but if you're looking to get funded, Lucid Trading is currently running 40% off all their evaluation accounts, a limit of 5 per trader. This offer is valid through March 1st at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time 2026. You can use my code MBT to get that discount, or you can just scan the QR code in the top right corner of this video. If you're looking to get funded right now, Top 1 Futures has 60% off funded accounts, Instant Sim Funded, Straight to Funded Sim Pro, and Ignite accounts, all 60% off. Get funded now using the code Market Butcher Trades MBT, or scan the QR code in the top right corner of this image.
Bye guys, see ya.